drift back in time and reflect. When the air was fresh to breathe, water so clean one could see the bottom of lakes, and trees so tall they looked as if they were touching the heavens. If only such a place still existed. It does, and only 200 miles from Rochester. We are speaking of the storied Massawepie Scout Camps nestled in the Adirondack Mountains. Nature has graced this special place operated by the Otisiana Council of the Boy Scouts of America, with more than 75,000 scouts and leaders having enjoyed its waterways and trails for more than 30 years. We truly feel Massawepie is a special place. Geologically, the Adirondack Mountains are very old. Accounts indicate this region of the United States was initially covered by an ancient sea called the Grenville. Historically, the Adirondack Mountains are very young. Little was known about them until the time of the Revolutionary War. It was not until the early 1840s, with the influx of miners, lumberjacks, scientific explorers, and writers, that widespread attention was given to this region. It was from these groups of explorers and writers that the names of the lofty peaks in the Adirondacks originated. One Indian name among many seemed to take hold: Adirondack. This Mohawk Indian term means they who eat trees, or bark eaters. The region's scenic splendor prompted settlers to set up great camps and hotels in hopes of attracting the wealthy from New York City and surrounding environs. Many of these great camps still dot the landscape. In 1890, Addison Child opened Childwold, a great hotel located on current Massawepie property. After catering to hundreds of visitors, Childwold was forced to suspend operation after 19 years. It remained closed until it eventually was torn down shortly after World War II. The Otisiana Council of Monroe County, in search of a larger summer camp to facilitate the growing Boy Scout population of the Rochester area, purchased 2,900 acres of Child's Woods, and the rest is Massawepie history. Massawepie, incidentally, is also an Indian name and means lake by the bog. It's now the 1980s. So what do the Adirondacks and Massawepie have to offer young people of this area during the summer months? We feel plenty. So let's run through a short scenario on why you might want to venture here. It's now 1 week before Massawepie opens for the summer season. And we say summer season because this land is available to troops all year round. Activity in June is intense, with staff and volunteers as active as the beavers who eluded the Indians. Nothing is left unattended by the able and dedicated staff put together by the camp's director. Everything must be in place before the buses roll in off Route 3, following their 4-hour-plus ride from Rochester. We want to tell you up front that first and foremost in our operation is the welfare and safety of the Scouts. To meet this responsibility, staff must be trained in the critical areas of water safety, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and first aid. Although staff can be hired at age 16, more than 50% of Massawepie staff is 18 years of age or older. Counselors in training, age 15, also assist staff as they prepare for possible job placement the following summer. And while the local organization has rules and regulations to be met, a stringent 75-point plan prepared by the Boy Scouts of America must be adhered to. Annual inspections are staged by both the National Scout Organization and by county health officials. The medical system at Massawepie is unique in that 11 Rochester area physicians each take time from their busy professional schedules to spend at least a week at camp. A full-time nurse is also on staff during the busy summer months. An average summer sees 2,500 Band-Aids distributed by the medical center. Before the first troops arrive, waterfront staff is briefed on the do's and don'ts connected with use of Massawepie water systems. The week before camp opens is a busy week. What else must be done before the Scouts arrive? Food supplies must be shuttled to Forester and Mountaineer camps to satisfy the hunger of growing boys. Kitchens must be scrubbed thoroughly. Trading posts, a favorite spot for Scouters, must be stocked. Trailer hitches to haul canoes must be fixed. Handicraft areas must be replenished with tools and supplies. Athletic fields must be set up after a winter's rest. Tents must be stretched. Arrows must await their bows. Message boards must be placed. Foliage must be cut. Showers must await users. Rifles must be sighted. Signs must be painted. And activities must be planned. Hopefully, the 80 staff members can relax a little before the first buses arrive. Back in Rochester, Scouts bid farewell to parents, brothers and sisters, and pets. Word is dispatched to Massawepie once the buses roll that the Scouts are on the way. When the buses reach a point about an hour from camp, all roads within the camp are shut down to enable the huge vehicles to have full reign of camp roads. One can almost hear the roar of the bus engines through the quiet still of the Massawepie trees. The sound grows louder, the buses draw closer, and finally they are seen on the last turn into the Forester camp. Once parked, the buses open their cargo doors to deposit the backpacks and other gear brought to camp. Counselors greet the Scouts as they touch Massawepie soil and direct them to their campsites. Packs gathered, the Scouts march off. It's traditional at camp that the first order of the day is to change immediately into one swimsuit and head for the waterfront for their swimming recertification. The young swimmers, troop by troop, register before plunging into the refreshing waters. Swim out to the boat, now over to the next checkpoint, and back in. For those young Scouts not versed in swimming, a week or two at Massawepie will serve as an excellent period to learn from qualified instructors. Scouts will later return to the waterfront for a very comprehensive orientation on the do's and don'ts of this area. They'll learn what the buddy system is, along with use of the PFDs, personal flotation devices. The Massawepie adventure is in full swing, so let's discuss some of the activities available to all levels of Scouts. A first-year camper program combines fun with advancement. Skill awards and possibly a merit badge can be earned at a pace not too fast for new participants. Hiking, camping, and fun skill development activities are included. One of the newer programs is rock climbing and mountaineering. Expert instructors provide training in rappelling, free climbing, use and care of equipment, and the ever-present subject of safety. This adventure is open to all but first-year scouts, and one is expected to know basic knots. Instructors also await the eager scouts 12 and older who flock to the ranges for rifle and/or shotgun training. Orientation and recreational shooting is available every day. Want to experience the lifestyle of early Adirondack lumberjacks? Learn tree climbing, timber management, and use of crosscuts and axes? Then the Forestry Outpost program is for you and any scout who wants it. Scouts who participate in the Environmental Overnight program can obtain many nature and conservation merit badges and skill awards. Spend 24 hours in an ecology campsite observing nature, from seeing and hearing the birds of the ponds and forests to watching for white-tailed deer. Another exciting time is yours in the Survival High Adventure program, during which you will learn to build a shelter, a fire with a fire bow, traps and snares, to purify water, and many other survival skills. Bring your gear and enjoy the fishing if that's your bag. Once you've caught one of the bountiful fish in the Massawepie lakes and ponds, you'll learn to clean and cook them. Conservation is naturally important in the Adirondacks, so troops and patrols will be asked to participate in projects that will help to improve nature's trails and waterways. The work can be fun. Massawepie serves as home base for numerous varsity high adventure programs available to scouts 14 and older. If you qualify, you'll be able to enjoy such treks as backpacking in the high peaks of the Adirondacks, to rappelling, from canoeing on lakes and streams to snorkeling, from seeing a modern logging operation to visiting the renowned Adirondack Museum at Blue Mountain Lake. All treks are unique in that the camps can be used for either base or departure. Other camps are included in the itinerary. Scouts will also have ample time to participate in activities at camp which will enable them to earn coveted merit badges, skill awards, and other special badges which recognize their achievements. Leather, wood carving, and basketry are part of the activities associated with the special handicrafts area at both Forester and Mountaineer. The handicraft areas handle more scouts than any activity in camp, with each of the scouts working at his own speed. Let's take a quick look at the many awards available. Now that we've whet your appetite about the important areas of safety and activities at camp, let's delve into another highly popular subject, food. Food is plentiful at Massawepie and should satisfy the taste buds of any growing boy. What are the favorite foods? Spaghetti and sloppy joes. If you camp at Forester, you'll be responsible for cooking your own meals. That means setting the fires, collecting the wood to sustain those fires, preparing the food, cleaning up, and placing leftover food in the essential bear bags, although bears are not your daily visitor. Probably the most responsible job in the Forester troop is entrusted to the grub hustler, that select individual designated by his unit to go to the commissary to collect the rations for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. At Camp Mountaineer, all meals are served in a large dining hall. As an example of the amount of food served at camp each year, we determined that if each slice of bread in the 8,400 loaves of bread purchased by the camp were put end to end, they would stretch 13 miles. Add the annual average of 1,300 pounds of peanut butter to those slices, and the chipmunks would have a feast. Camp also offers weekly religious services of the Catholic, Protestant, and Jewish faiths. Chaplains are available during the week to aid scouts, leaders, and staff with any concerns they might have. International Scouts annually become a part of life at Massawepie, sharing experiences from their homeland with the Monroe County Scouts and learning new things to take back to their countries. Yes, Massawepie to us is something special. It's special in the waterways and trees that comprise this natural habitat. But even beyond nature's beauty are the people who comprise staff. These warm individuals are at camp, some only for a week, others for all summer, for no other reasons than to be a part of this great land and to serve Otisiana Council's youth. These people are special in a special place, a place in time that dates back to the Grenville Sea, the Indians, the miners, loggers, explorers, and writers. As a scout grows into manhood, his experiences and adventures at Camp Massawepie will remain with him. Come join us. Massawepie truly is a special place in America's natural landscape.